Hey guys, KingRazzel here, and today I'm going to be reviewing SteamWorld Heist. This game was released on the PlayStation 4 and PC June 7th, 2016, and on the 3DS December 10th, 2015, but this review will relate specifically to the version on the PlayStation 4, as that's the one that I played. As with my other reviews, I'll be reviewing this game based on its story, gameplay, and value. The story of the game begins with the main character, Piper Faraday, in a bad spot. A group of robots known as Scrappers have started to spread across the outskirts, stealing and kidnapping the local robots. Piper, being a pirate herself, cannot allow this since it could draw the attention of the Royal Space Force. So, Piper and her crew decide to board a Scrapper ship, where they all get scrapped besides her and another robot named Seabrass. From here, the story follows Piper as she gets a new crew and aims to take down the Scrappers, as well as two other villainous factions. The story is largely told through dialogue boxes accompanied by garbled robotic sounds coming from the characters. However, there are a handful of cutscenes with an old-timey narrator who gives you an overview of what just happened in each of the game's 3 sections. Personally, I thought the story was alright for what it was. The characters all had unique personalities, and some of them even had pretty funny or memorable dialogue that I enjoyed, most notably Seabrass, who absolutely hates whales. Billy, whose only word is blub, which apparently all the other robots can decipher. And Ivansky, the strong bot who has a soft spot in his heart for a dance. The actual story of the game, however, wasn't exactly memorable for me personally. It kind of just serves as a way to get different enemies to you rather than you actually feeling why you're doing it. I do, however, applaud them for connecting the original SteamWorld dig through this game, which I thought was a nice callback to the previous game, considering that this game pretty much has nothing to do with it other than the graphic style. This game is a turn-based action strategy shooter, which is a different genre that I'm not exactly familiar with, but I think that it works really well with this. Combat is turn-based, so you'll move first and then your enemy will move. Your movement is categorized by 2 different step distances. You can go a certain amount of paces and still fire your gun, or you can go further away and your character cannot fire their gun. The distances are indicated by orange and blue highlights, and you'll control your character selected for that particular mission. This can range from 1 character to 4 characters, and that variation kind of helps missions from getting stale. Your characters will also each have their own unique abilities strictly for them. For instance, Piper has the ability to heal her fellow Steambots, while Seabrass has the ability to perform a double shot. This makes characters helpful in different situations and can add a layer of complexity to your missions should you choose to handcraft your team for a mission. Personally, however, I chose just to use the same 3 characters every time for the most part. And another important thing to note about characters is their gun selection. After each mission, you'll get swag, and this can range from gallons of water, which function as the game's currency, to guns or character attachments. Guns have specific characters they can adhere to, such as Faraday can use a pistol or a sniper, but she can't wield a rocket launcher. Attachments, on the other hand, can be equipped to any character. These are things like adding more health to a character or allowing them to move extra spaces on the board. And on top of all that, you also have your character's level, which maxes out at 10, and that's how you'll get your character's special abilities as well as the buffs to their stats, such as their health or their movement. Overall, I had a very good time with the gameplay of this game. The combat was engaging and offered a bit of strategy if you knew how to move your troops effectively, especially in the missions that allowed for 4 characters. I would, however, like to say that in my playthrough at least, ricocheting bullets off the walls and the like didn't really seem as prevalent as it did in like the trailer that I watched, and in fact, it was very difficult to do since a lot of the guns didn't really offer a lined trajectory for your bullets. I think this game offers a good amount of value for its price tag of $20 or $16.99 if the sale's still going on whenever you're watching this. It took me around 12 to 13 hours to complete the game, playing at my leisure and just going back for different missions and attempts to get all the swag or the stars. And on top of that, you also have the option for a New Game Plus, which is always nice. And in this, you can keep your crew and you can keep your hats. However, you do lose the levels of your crew as well as all their weapons. Overall, I had a great time with this game. Some things that I didn't like about the game were the actual story wasn't overall memorable for me, and the gameplay did eventually get a bit tedious later on in the game. Some things that I did like about the game were the characters were very interesting, the gameplay was fun and different, and the callback to SteamWorld Dig was nice. I think that I'm going to give this game an 8.5 out of 10. It's a very solid game and one that I had a lot of fun with, but the tedious combat did eventually wear me out a bit. Alright guys, that is all that I have to say on this game. I tried to look at it as fair and as just as I could, and this is where I landed on it. If you guys have played this game and you guys have your own kind of thoughts on it, then let me know in the comments below. The main reason that I got this game was to support the company since we got SteamWorld Dig for free with PlayStation Plus, and I really enjoyed that game, so I figured I'd pick this one up as well. And I feel like it delivered. It was a different experience, but it was still very fun. The next review that I plan on doing will be for Mirror's Edge Catalyst, and that will release not this coming Friday, but the Friday after that. And yeah, I hope to see you all there, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you all in the next one.